What? This door sounds like shit. Alright, well, how am I going to do this? I need to find another door that will sound good. Well, I don't know, the default one isn't really that.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Yeah, I got this. I got this. Let's go see what I can. Found it. This here is an old wood stove in my house. And with a little bit of creativity, the sounds from the door here are going to suit my needs perfectly. Give it a listen. And the latch here I can also use for the locking mechanism that you hear when you try and open the locked door, which I believe is equally shitty. So I have Sony SoundForge open, and this is the result of recording manipulations of that door on the wood stove with my shotgun microphone. So let's give it a listen. Okay, so that sounds pretty awesome. The other fun part, aside from capturing the sounds, is editing them. So I'm going to select a portion here that I want to edit, and then I'm going to copy and paste it into a new window. Alright, so we have the sound isolated. So now I'm just going to play it back and listen closely. Okay, great. That's a super clean recording, no clipping, not a lot of noise. I did clean it up a little bit, but it's a great starting point. So now is where I would think about my objectives and my goals for the sound and how I want to implement it. And I want to convey through this door opening and closing just a sense of age, size, heaviness, and kind of resistance. When I think of size and big and heavy, I think of low, slow, and deep. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the pitch here and see how it turns out. So I'm going to open up the pitch shifter. How convenient. And I'm going to drop it 3 semitones. Let's give it a listen. Okay, not bad, but I want to take it a little lower. So let's go 6 semitones, half an octave. Getting there. Let's try a full octave, 12 semitones. Okay, that's sounding pretty good for the door, but this is such a clean recording, and you know, I'm just gonna do something ridiculous like 19 semitones, and I'm just gonna play it back. And sweet, I got a new Google voicemail right in the middle of that. Thank you, Google. I love you very much. So 19 semitones down, that's not going to work for the door, but I could easily put this in as a white noise in like the Chernobyl power plant, or I can take little bits of that and put it in some of the more kind of steel industrial type buildings. Experimenting and being creative is one of the best tools a sound designer has to accidentally come up with awesome shit, which is what just happened, because that's rad. That's cool. I like that. So I'm going to save that later. But for our purposes, for the door, I'm going to keep it at 12. I'm going to split this up and then put it in my audio workstation Reason for polish. All right, so now I've got Reason open. I split up the tracks into two parts, a higher pitched part and a lower pitched part, and let's listen to them individually and then together. Okay, so that's a good start. It is missing some polish. One, you'll notice it's very short, and two, there's no tail end decay on the audio. So the reason it's so short, the reason I had to cut it down, is because the animation for opening the door only lasts less than a second and a half. So I have to sync the sound to the animation for the game. And secondly, since I artificially shortened and cut the sound, it loses its natural tail decay. So I need to artificially add that through some clever use of reverb. So I designed some reverb, some custom patches to, I'm turning them on right now, to add that tail back to the sound. Okay, so that sounds a lot better. What I do now is then, the levels are about where I want them. So I would next change some of the game files to reflect these alterations. So as far as the gaming files are concerned, I needed to find all instances of where the original sounds are referenced in the game's files. So I have them in this LTX file, Trader Door. They have a whole document dedicated just to programming the sound for this store in relation to how the story works. So I just made a few changes in here, and then in the sound theme script file, I just went ahead and edited these lines here so that the game knew where the sounds were, and I kept it in my directory because I like to be organized. And that pretty much concludes it. So let's go for an in-game demo. Hope you guys enjoy.